This video will guide you through the graphical representation of equilibrium in the goods market. We will begin with demand for goods. Represented by Z. Z is equal to household consumption, which we know is a function of disposable income, where Y is income and T is taxes, plus investment plus government spending. Investment spending in this model is given by I bar, which means investment is exogenously given. Same with government spending. Government spending is also assumed to be exogenously given, and so are taxes. All the letters that have bars on them means that they are autonomously given. They are not determined within the model. So let's start with graphing the demand side. So note that if we expand the consumption function, which is the Keynesian consumption function, then this should be an autonomous part C0 plus C1, which is MPC, times Y minus T bar, plus I bar plus G bar. Therefore, when you are plotting this demand function, note that the intercept is given by all the exogenous terms, including autonomous consumption. So let's separate this out into C0 minus C1 T bar plus I bar plus G bar. So this is the autonomous part. And then we have plus C1 times Y. We measure Y on the horizontal axis and C on the vertical axis. So Z is a function of Y. It has a vertical intercept which is defined as autonomous spending. So this entire term in brackets, this is known as autonomous spending. It consists of different types of autonomous spendings, as you can see. And this C1 is the familiar MPC, which means the slope of the demand curve is also equal to MPC, and its vertical intercept is equal to this term in the bracket. Therefore, the Z function will look somewhat like the consumption function. So this is the Z function, where this slope is C1, which is MPC, and this intercept is autonomous spending, or the term in the bracket. What about the supply side? Since in goods market equilibrium, we know we would want supply equal demand. So supply is given by the output or the production of goods and services in the economy, which is equal to Y, which we are already measuring on the horizontal axis. So if we want to find the equilibrium, the definition of market equilibrium is demand equals supply, or Z equals Y, or I'll write Y first. Y is equal to this entire Z function, so which is okay. So how do we plot this? So first we have to map this Y, which is measured on the horizontal axis, on the vertical axis, and the way we do that is by drawing a 45-degree line. So the slope of this line is 1. This slope is equal to 1, which means this length here is exactly equal to this length here. This makes it easier to understand where Y and Z are equal and where they are not. So we can see that this is the point, let's call that E, where Y and Z are equal, which means that is the equilibrium. And let's say Y star is the equilibrium output. At any level of output below y star, so let's say y1, okay, we have z on top of y. That means at y1, z is greater than y, which means there is excess demand in the market. Therefore, y1 will converge towards y star. How will this happen? Now, when there is excess demand in the market, the farms have to meet the demand immediately by using up their stock of inventories. Now, as their stock of inventories decrease, they will have to rebuild that stock by producing more output. Therefore, for any level of output lower than Y star, due to excess demand, the farms will increase output. Similarly, if output is Y2, that means at this level of output, production exceeds demand. So at this level of output, Z is less than Y. The farms end up with more and more inventories, and therefore they will cut back their production and the economy will move towards Y star. Therefore, E is a stable equilibrium and Y will be adjusted so that the economy always moves towards E. And how will Y be adjusted? By adjusting the stock of inventories. This is how equilibrium in the goods market is achieved in the short run.